Voices Anthology of Growth. Freshman year, picture this. I am 18 years old, my hair cut haphazardly to my chin, my way of telling the world about my newfound lesbian identity. My role models here in the cornfield are slim. It is 1 month before I leave for Earlham. My acceptance letter sits proudly on the dining room table, and I am sitting in a hard folding chair, hands clenched underneath, in a mental hospital. I am on 400 milligrams of antipsychotics when they admit me, found with 11 shots of green apple vodka in my system, lying in a puddle of my own blood on a stranger's bathroom floor. Self-harm has become my cruel reality. I am discharged from the hospital 4 days before I leave for Earlham. I wonder what to ask people when they tell me why I chose here. I have been deemed too unstable to be more than an hour from my 3 psychiatric doctors, and my antipsychotics keep causing dissociative episodes, and my parents have to be able to get to me within a couple hours. Instead, I talk about extracurriculars, a scholarship, anything to hide the history I am rising out of. When I'm in the hospital, I was in group therapy with a girl who was terribly addicted to heroin. When I asked her how she had made it through a week without using, she told me that people like us, the ones that end up in places like these, have minds that don't work like the rest. We are beautifully written, but our words, our minds are all mixed around. People like us, she says, have to take things 1 hour at a time. 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time. October 10th, 2015. I let a girl walk me home from a party. She brought me into Bundy and held me down. It was the first time I had said no just to have the words shoved back down my throat. I walked to Barrett after the rape, stood in the tiny shower stall for an hour. I still cannot fully wash her off of me. Winter break. I come out to my sister in a gas station parking lot. She smiles, tells me she already knows. I sit by the fireplace and I feel safe for the first time in months. Back at Earlham, I live in a constant state of fear and panic. I begin to run in my spare time. Many days I fear I cannot live with the way that my mind and my past attacks me. I'm running over a bridge when I stop, look over the edge. Tick, 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 1 second at a time. Tick, 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 1 minute at a time. Tick, 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 1, 2, 3. I'm standing on the third wrong way, spilling over the edge. All it takes is 1 second. I think of my mother, step down. The rape trial is 7 hours. They let her cross-examine me. I'm forced to answer the question, you know I am sorry. You know I've tried to kill myself 3 times. Why would you still report? I stare straight ahead, count the seconds. 1, 2, 3, tick, 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 and tell her I have the right to be safe. I stare straight ahead. When she is expelled for raping me, I do not say I'm sorry. My father tells me I am brave. I know I am. Sophomore year. Laughter spills too loudly out of Lucia and I's little room in Horner. I do not apologize to our neighbors for the joy that spills too loudly over these thin walls, for it has been too long since I have laughed like this. I'm dating a woman who holds my hand when I get diagnosed with PTSD. We will not last forever, but I will never forget the way she holds my hair back when my body tries to throw up the flashbacks. My sister comes home for Christmas. She wears high-heeled boots and business suits now, and I tell her I'm not sure how to fully love, how to handle this fear, and she understands. My wrists are smooth, and I wear short sleeves to the family photo. It is 30 degrees outside. My father disagrees with my choice in attire. I smile, let my wrists breathe, and do not apologize. Junior year. I meet the face of love on the Ohio River in late June. She will become my days and nights as I learn how to juggle identities, learning to acknowledge life not as something to get through, but as something to embrace and create. On my 21st birthday, I host a Disney princess party. I wear a full-length princess princess on a gown and my hair is long again, I feel like myself for the first time in years. Tears are flowing down my cheeks when the room sings happy birthday. I am so glad I have made it here. I am so glad I am here, senior year. I come out as polyamorous, meaning I can love more than one person at once. This forms a missing piece in my identity that I have been struggling with for years. My heart feels free. I find comfort and love in the arms of two women. They are wholeheartedly different, but loving in the exact same way. Sydney teaches me strength through scribbled poetry and raw emotion, our foreheads pressed together, sharing truths. She takes the fear out of my soul, brick by brick, and tells me that she will share every wild dream I experience. Mia caresses my heart gingerly in her hands. We cry out of gratitude and growth. She teaches me passion, loyalty, trust. She will hold every version of me that I have been and will become. One night, after all this change, she holds me softly, tells me, I am proud of you. I am proud of the ways in which you have grown. I am proud of who you have become. Now, on evenings, I play guitar and sing softly to my weary soul. I fall in love with my body, my hands, my words, the gentle curve of my cheek. I realize that this is the first time in years that I am wholly in love with myself again. My best friends hold my hand when the fear comes back, replace it with sweet memories of driving in the rain, letting it cleanse our history. I sit in my little room on the 3rd floor and take a deep breath. It is quiet here. My shelves are full of notebooks, and I always seem to have a pen in my hand these days. I visited that old bridge the other day, looked off the edge, felt the familiar tick, tick, tick of time passing by. The seconds gently held in suspension as I stood there and cried. I held my own hand as I walked towards the other side.